Hey folks, Jacob here. To start things off, this video was intended to be something completely different. The original plan was for Joy to go back to her original wheels, which she was so excited for, and we even managed to film a little bit of it. But unfortunately, the unexpected happened. We weren't able to finish the shoot, and you will understand why in a moment. Before I explain, let's take a look at the footage we did manage to film.
Hello guys and welcome back. The weather here is getting a little chillier now. It's the month of October, so I thought it'd be a great idea for me to put back my favorite rims on. But before I do that, Jacob's gonna have to do me a little favor. I did have one of my tires off one of my rims. If you're wondering how that happened, you can check the video up here somewhere. These are the rims I'll be putting on. They are Volkswagen branded rims, made in Poland. These tires are Continental Viking 7s. I definitely recommend these. You can even use them all year round. They're solid tires, 18-inch rims, my favorite. I think 17s are too small and 19s too bumpy of a ride. I definitely wouldn't recommend those. So I would stick with the 18-inch rims, and these Viking Continental tires are awesome.
We were on our way to the mechanic. We have to replace one of the broken tires, so Joy was able to replace all 4 of them, and I'll bring you on the journey with me. We arrived at the mechanic, and the mechanic wasn't able to do our tire because it's 45 low profile, and they're not able to do that here. So we're gonna go to another place and see if they're gonna be able to do it for us. Hopefully you guys enjoy the whole process. Let's get back to Julia.
I know these are skimpy chokes. I know I have to invest in some new ones, some proper ones, but these will do for now. I'm not able to use these jack stands because it's too high for my car. It's mainly for SUVs and trucks. So I'm gonna cut a piece of wood, a 6x6, and hopefully that will do the trick. That should be high enough. I just want to check the brakes out to see if they need to be replaced or not. Those are my brake pads right there. There's still a good amount on them, so I won't have to replace them. It's about 2.3, 2.2, 2.3.
While we were lifting up the Volkswagen with the car jack, we didn't want to go metal to metal. So originally we had a 2x4 wooden block, and it didn't work out. So someone recommended for us to use a hockey puck. We can see that it's split in half as well. With our experience today, I highly recommend not to use a hockey puck, and I would recommend you to invest in a proper rubber block to do your maintenance.
I think it's kind of annoying that there's no bolts already on the rotors. So if I'm changing a tire, it just holds on the bolt screws, which is very inconvenient. But don't like that. Just like that. I really don't like this. It's a pain in the ass. Huge. I put all the bolts on lightly with my hand, so now I'm going to start tightening them. I'm going to start with the top one. Finishing touches, caps.
There you have it, folks. That's all we had managed to film before everything got chaotic. This is the part I'm assuming most of you have been waiting for. I really didn't see this coming. I really hope things would have turned out differently. I wanted to see my sister succeed, to get something out of this channel. Especially in my opinion, she had a pretty solid start here on YouTube. But I get it. YouTube's not for everyone. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of patience, but all of the above, a purpose. Whether that's bringing value to the audience or simply making it entertaining. Julia has her strengths. She's creative, driven, and knows what she wants. But sometimes that drive can just make her a little stubborn. She likes things her way. And no matter how much encouragement or advice she gets, at the end of the day, it's how she feels. That's just who she is. Tough as a nail, independent, and not afraid to speak her mind. If I can give one piece of advice to her, and to anyone watching, is this. Listening. Listening is one of the most underrated skills out there. It sounds simple, but being able to listen to feedback, to ideas, to people who care, that's something that'll take you a long way in life. I will admit, I struggle with that too sometimes. Now, you might be wondering, why isn't Joy the one talking here? And to be completely honest, she gets emotional. She's really strong-headed about these things. And once she makes up her mind, no one can change that. I want to give credit where it's due. Huge thanks to my dad. As you guys know, I'm the cameraman. He was there every step of the way. He's the one that pushed Julia through every step. And without him, none of these videos would even be possible. You guys might be wondering what actually happened. Well, the truth is, as for now, Julia is done. She doesn't want to make videos. When I first heard it, it honestly shocked me, especially because the channel had such a great start because of my dad's work and especially all your guys' support. I personally think the reason for this was just a little bit of disagreement between her and my father. They both have really strong personalities and just doesn't mix well when things need to be done. So instead of Julia pushing through, she decided to stop. But you know what? Even though Julia's YouTube journey might end here, I think it has taught her a lot. This was a great journey here for her, and I think it taught her some valuable lessons. For one, to be able to receive negative feedback, and two, you can really be successful if you put 100% into whatever you're doing. Because that's something we often overlook. The effort behind the scenes, the long nights of editing, refilming, and trying to make things better. Julia pushed through all of that. And whether she realizes it or not, that's an accomplishment in itself. So even though things didn't go as planned, I would still say this chapter wasn't a failure. Far from it. This was a learning curve, an experience that would stay with her for a lifetime. And honestly, that's something no one can take away from her. Maybe one day she'll come back, older, wiser, with a new perspective. Now you're probably wondering, what happens to this channel? Honestly, I don't really know the answer to that. Originally, I was never supposed to be part of this channel. It just happened one day. My dad called me over saying, hey, come help Joya make her more comfortable on camera. I'm like, for sure. And that's how I got involved. But now, with Joya stepping away, This channel is kind of in the air. I don't have her car knowledge. I'll be the first one to admit that. The automotive world isn't exactly my thing. But that might be the interesting part. Bringing a newbie's perspective into all this, sharing it with you guys, bringing you on the journey with me. I know everyone might not agree to that idea, but that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's where things stand right now. If you'd like me to keep this channel alive, maybe bringing it a new direction, I'd really appreciate your guys' honest thoughts. Let me know in the comments below if I really should continue Julia's journey here, the start that she had. And to conclude everything, that will be all. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around, and for supporting all of Julia's journey. No matter what happens next, this community means a lot to us. Take care and see you guys soon. Ciao for now.